Heat waves, bindweed and weed killers have all played havoc on our plot this year. Our winter plan is to store more water, change the layout and make a bigger victory garden to produce more food than ever before. Today we are going to show you our plans. I'm Kirsty, my husband's Dean. Welcome to Hartsonville Homestead. With many weeks of heat waves and no rain, we're finally having downpours, so let's give us the perfect opportunity to do more than just watering and pulling bindweed. So now is the perfect time for planning. We're going to take you around the plot and show you what we will be doing. Please excuse the mess. We are a very untidy plot. We are not ones with lovely straight beds and lovely weeded ones. We've had the plot for around 3 years now and we've done minimal to it. I'll put some pictures here so you can see we have done some things, but other things we've just left so we can understand what the soil's like, what grows well, what doesn't. But it really is time for a change. Right, I'm at the gate now and I'm going to walk around the plot and show you what we'll be changing. So herbs are here, but what we're going to do here, we're going to put the cherry tree that's trained to go against a wall, so we're going to pop that there. It's starting to rain, so hopefully I'll get this done before it does properly. I'm going to keep the Jerusalem artichokes in pots, but I am going to extend them and grow more, because these were just the starter ones that we've grown for the last 2 years. We do like them roasted and things, so we're going to keep them. Cold frame overgrown. Not sure if we're going to keep that there or move it yet, but we could extend this. So here is going to be where the first big change is. So because that is a public footpath the other side of that fence, it does get weed killed by the local council, and that creates a lot of weeds coming through, and a weed killer can seep into the ground. So we're going to bring everything off this fence and have the walkway right against the fence to maybe here where we've got some, there's like a path there. I'll start that here. The only thing we might grow is a few sunflowers in pots along. The same over here. So because we get ivy and bindweed growing over from the garden over there, it is hard to keep on top of it here. So again, what we're going to do is bring everything back, make a large raised bed here. So where the wheat currently is, we have harvested that, so I will do a video on that soon. And that's where the fruit cage was. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a big bed right here, all the way I was going to edit that part out, but because we'll be as real as we can on this channel, that's just living with a chronic illness. My leg just collapsed numerous times a day. Luckily I have learnt to fall so I don't hurt myself as often, but it's one of them things. I thought I'd leave it in. If you want to have a chuckle you can. We laugh about it all the time now. Having a bit of a shelter out of the rain and a cup of tea. Right, I'm back. If it happens again, I'll get Dean to do the walk around. So, as I was saying, this area here, so where the wheat is and was, we have harvested some of it, and where the fruit cage was, we're going to have this as a giant raised bed. We've taken inspiration from Adri at Adri's Farmhouse Kitchen to put our potatoes in, which should be a good size. I'm not sure, I'm not good at guesstimation. I'll get Dean to do that. but with a walk around right along the outside. So continue the outside walk right round, so then any bindweed we can just pick up and pull out. Because as you can see, it just comes through. It comes from up there and it comes through the bottom, and behind there is not accessible for the people who have that, so it's not something we can just get rid of, but it'll help. So every day we can just, every time we can just come round and just pick any bit of bindweed that we can see, and it's not going to strangle our plants, hopefully. So that will continue till we get to the concrete pad. Another thing we are planning from where the bindweed comes through, we have had suggestions to put some flags in to help stop it, but my brother's got some edging, so we're going to try and put as much of that around the edge in an L shape as we can to try and stop the bindweed coming from underneath, like this.
Are you recording now?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Right, Kirsty wanted me to give you an idea of how big this area, because guesstimations, she said, aren't brilliant. So give me a second, guesstimate. Roughly 6 foot.
No, not that bit, all the way across to here.
What, to that as well?
Yeah, this big area where we're going to be putting the big potato bed.
Say 12 foot-ish,
Right.
roughly, and then maybe 6.5.
So 12 by
But
6.
as everyone knows, this is the size we've got. That's my thumb for comparison. That's how big it is. Right, and while I've got you here, don't forget to leave a like if you're enjoying the video, a comment are always lovely to read, and heck, maybe subscribe if you haven't already, or if you're new to the channel, and it does help us out and you won't regret it. We have some really good content on our channel. Don't mind me walking on all this, it's dead, the heat's killed almost everything. It's ridiculous. Dean isn't going to go into a rage though, because he did that last time he was down here. So I'm going to chill out here and Kirsty can crack on with the video, because you know she does all the videos and I just appear in them. So see you next time, guys.
So we've uncovered the concrete pad that was where the old pig pens were, and that goes right along here. Into this space. So we have already moved one of the greenhouse shells on, and we've been recovering that as the bindweed wrecked all of the netting. That's going to be a brassica cage, and we've got another one to go here that we're also going to net. And having it on the concrete pad, it will have to be raised beds, but again the bindweed, because it's concrete and brick, it doesn't come through this bit, so it should keep these lasting a lot longer than previously. This cherry tree is what's going to go at the entrance, like I mentioned. We're going to put it in a bigger pot. So we've still got the nice elderberry, the one that we leave for the birds there. We're not sure what we're doing with this space yet. I'm not sure whether to move the compost bins that are very overgrown there. And there's the unalive elder that got poisoned. So that will be dug out and that will create more space. But again, because the area has been weed killed from the other side, we won't be able to plant anything in the ground. So anything we do put over here is going to have to be pots. Another big change we are making is making this large centre space. So we've got this centre space here in between the baths, and right along here we're going to make a rectangular walkway. So we've got the old brick path here, and then we're going to leave a pathway between where the potato bed's going over there. We're going to line it with baths around the edge, but in this centre space here we're going to have a giant victory garden. So what we've done in the front garden we're going to do on a bigger scale and make just an in-ground large raised bed across the centre, and that hopefully should provide plenty of crops all year round. This area where we've recently put the RBC tank, we're going to put another one in front of it, so it will come out right to here. So that will be 2,000 litres of water on top of that water butt there. And we have got plans of putting a raised one, as a smaller tank, but a raised one is an irrigation system. So this is the potatoes that will be in the bed at the back next year. The tea shed, the only change that we'll be getting is we're putting a solar system on it. So we've got the bread bin, that old bread bin there is going to have a battery, and then the sun goes directly on that roof there. So we're going to have our old solar panel from home there, and that will just provide enough power to charge phones or mics, the rechargeable radio, a torch, just little bits like that. We're not after a big system here, just something that will keep us going if needed. The outhouse isn't going to change at all, we are happy with that. And the compost area we're thinking, as I said, maybe moving across, but it does work well there because when this is uncovered the path works. These bags are the last few times we've cleaned the guinea pigs out, and these bags are our homemade compost, so we'll be saving these for when we do the raised beds. Something we will not be putting on the plot is an actual covered greenhouse, because with us not getting here every day we find it impossible to maintain the water. Even with the drip system it just doesn't seem to work out, so we will be keeping them at home. We are extending our greenhouse at home so we can grow more tomatoes and peppers there. Another thing we won't be growing here is salad, because when we pick salads from here we take them home and we don't fancy them. We have done the productive patio, so we have plenty at home and we can just harvest the outside leaves or whatever when as soon as we want them, then they're not going limp in the fridge. So the priority as soon as possible is to put a cover on the door for the greenhouse for some of the brassicas, and also do this large centre bed ready for winter crops that will be ready to go out really soon. So the bed's going to go from this path where I'm standing to that wheelbarrow, right across to where that fruit tree is, and right across here. And over the winter there's going to be lines of brassicas, so we've got broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage and kale to go in. So we're just going to do a few large rows, and I've got some hoops and some netted covers to go on, and that will be some of our overwinter crops on sprouts too. I'm also going to put some in the brassica cage, and they're going to be our ones that are completely protected for our Christmas dinner. They are all ready to go out. They're getting quite desperate. They're not much smaller than these few, to be honest, so it's really priority to get this bed made. Dean's currently doing a compost delivery, and a chicken feed delivery. So I'm going to spend a bit of time doing what I always do and pulling bindweed. As you can see, it comes from behind the baths, which is why it's really important that we pull them forward and then we can get to it before it becomes this length, as it's just covering absolutely everywhere and just getting mixed in with everything, because it just gets time to get established, hidden. Then by the time we see it, it's a large plant. So hopefully this will help.
So, are you recording? So, it's getting really dark in the distance and we keep hearing thunder. So, we think we'll get a little thunderstorm. So, it'll be like, oh. Babe, if we're about to get a thunderstorm, is it really a good idea for me if you stood in the open with my hand in the air, holding the microphone in the air? I am Thor! Yeah, let's not do that. Bye, guys.
In the meantime, I've put as much as I can in the bath so we can move them if necessary. So these are the baked potato squash. I'm starting to get some of the squash on. We have got the mango wurzels. In this bath that's not got deep soil in, I've put some swede, and I need to get the seeds off the leek to save the seeds. Got some herbs in this one. Got carrots that are mostly ready in this one. We have got some more sown. Over here we've got another sowing of beetroot. We've got another tiny courgette plant. We have had plenty, but that was eaten right back, but it has came back. And we've got a few brassicas in here. What are you doing on the table? You waiting for Dad?
I can't see, it's too bright. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, guys. I'm Dean.
I'm Kirsty.
We are at some Homestead and we'll catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys.